now that we got this all in action and it's all ready to be installed, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and weld our firewall in place, and then also at the same time we're going to weld the side panel, this side panel, because it's all screwed in place. We'll go ahead and weld that to the rocker panel itself. That way what we're creating here, we're starting to make a solid vehicle. Everything that we removed has to be welded back together. And this is where the long journey of welding actually starts right here. We got possibly 200 to 300 spot welds that we got to weld on this fucking car to get it all back to a solid mounted car. So we're just beginning on this bitch, but we're going to get her done. We're going to get her done and do it right.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
And I can tell you something else before we go any further. I am not impressed with this. You can see this right here. This is called that weldable, electric coated, plated fucking shit. I'm not impressed with that, and I really don't think that it's any better than, let's say, the black primer stuff. I would rather prefer to work with this than that brand new E-coat coating that they put on there. It's the same fucking thing. The only difference is this is silver and this is fucking black. So don't let names fool you to try to sell you something because they're full of shit. Alright, we got this panel spot welded on. Now I'm going to go ahead and do it just like the factory would have done it, where they welded this corner in right here with a continuous stitch weld. You can already tell just by the sound of it that this thing is really starting to be solid and sturdy. So now what we got two spot welds right here, and this is for our dash that welds together. Let's see if we can take our C-clamp right here. We'll go ahead and go inside this hole and try to clamp this together so we can weld it together. So I can get that fucking cord out of the way, bitch. And now our dash is welded back in place just like it was from the factory. And now, once I get that side welded over there, I'm going to repeat my process. We'll start working on this A-pillar / hinge post and installing it. And now that we got that welded, we'll go ahead and remove our self-tapping screws. And then weld those holes up as well. now our firewall is basically welded in place where we can proceed to go ahead and go back on the other side of the car and start welding our rocker panel in place. So what we're doing, we're going to go ahead where we put our splice in. If you remember correctly, go back into the video sets and you'll see what I'm talking about. We have went ahead and sectioned a piece of our rocker panel into the original panel instead of replacing the whole thing. Replacing this rocker panel is a real fucking nightmare. We're going to go ahead and weld all this mess together, remove the screws, and then that will be one solid piece, just like what we're doing with the firewall. I don't know if you were paying attention when I was welding right there, but what you saw a lot of smoke rising. Now what that smoke is, that is galvanized steel. This is a galvanized. Remember I was telling you about the galvanized steel, that's a rust protectant that they used on the rocker panels for rust? Alright, I'm not wearing one right now because I'm not doing a lot of it, and I got a well ventilated area going on right here, but it's very wise to wear a dust mask or a paint mask or some kind of mask, because if you're doing a lot of galvanized welding, those fumes can be toxic to you. Remember that. And then we'll go ahead and remove the screws that we used to hold it together. And basically just keep repeating our process until all the welding is done to where we can move on to the next section. The body shop girl here, the best employee I ever had, and we're going to get this hood on here so we can line our cow collar up with the hood. Because anybody that's been watching this series that I'm making here, how to restore your old rotted car, it was like 1/8 of an inch off. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to adjust the cowl paneling to match the hood, and hopefully that will fucking solve the problem with that situation. Bullshit. Fucking shit. Fuck. Now see if you can move that fucking hood around. Or it'll fucking go down. Line it up where it's supposed to be. And
okay, Pete. Okay, body line's still off center.
okay, just get to where it's flush mounted for a minute. Now open it up.
Yeah, it looks fine, Pete. While it's fucking closed.
Why are you bitching at me?
You're just screaming at
I'm
me.
not screaming, I'm talking. Move.
Yeah, it's too wide.
Okay, we can adjust that, hopefully. No, that's not. That's fucking even. Look. We're gonna play bumper pull now. We're gonna play bumper pull now.
It was hard there a minute ago.
Alright, how y'all doing out there? This is Pete over at SWRC, and what you're looking at is a fucking mess. Alright, a fucking mess, because I don't know how many fucking times I got to say the situation is, but the situation is aftermarket fucking parts. I don't care who fucking says theirs is the best or what the fuck's going on. Aftermarket is aftermarket, and that's all there is about it. If you remember right when we started on this thing, I made a special bracing system to line up the front aprons, you might say, the aprons and the hood. I'm looking at the video as I'm making it. You can see right there, this is where I'm making the video of the car as we are putting it together. And when I took the old aprons off, the factory original ones, I made a bracing so when I put the new ones back on, everything would line up properly. It didn't fucking work. It didn't fucking work. And we dicked around, jerked around, fucked off for approximately 2 hours trying to figure out why won't this fucking hood line up with this cowling panel. We took the cowling panel off, we moved that over 1/8 of an inch, and then everything on the windshield area was misaligned, and the cowling wasn't fucking lined up. We had to put that back so we knew that was fucking lined up. Now the situation is why I have interrupted the making of this video is because there's 2 hours of fucking dead space of us dicking around, jerking around, and fucking off. And I'm trying to cut it down because this fucking project, this fucking Mustang is like not just a fucking nightmare, alright? It's like an abominable fucking pile of metal that should have been put in the scrap iron yard. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing that is not wrong with this car, and the owner's probably watching this video, but the real situation is, we're not gonna get the true story out unless you know the true fucking facts. And if the owner's watching this, that's great, alright, because I'm gonna be honest with you right now, this car is a pile of shit. The owner got fucked in the ass. He should have never bought this fucking car. This car has been majorly and damagingly wrecked in a major construction of a collision, all right, over on the left side where the fender and the door meet. This fucking thing is beyond repair, all right? From me taking this fucking car and completely building it from scratch, you might say, just like a one-man Ford factory operation, it is a destruction and oblivious mountain of fucking problems. What we had to do is we literally had to take the front apron and front end section and move the whole fucking thing over 1/8 of an inch to make everything line up. Let's get back into the video. It's not really that exciting, but you know what? I got a lot of followers on this bullshit. A lot of people out there want to see what the fuck's going on with the Mustang. We're gonna keep on going on with it, and we're gonna get this cocksucker done. when I get done with this thing is gonna be a fucking Mustang that says it's better than fucking brand new, bitch! I think we're going to loosen these bolts on this upper firewall and these aprons, these screws. See, that's the why because if you notice when I push on that hood, look at the front end. You see all this moving too?
Yeah.
So if I loosen these bolts right here, then we might be able to move this over enough where we can screw this on. Like you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Obviously, you're looking at me like I'm stupid, baby. I need my air hose and my.
There's your air hose right there.
Grab the air hose. My knees hurt.
What, is your feet hurting?
Come on, baby. Don't jack around with me.
Oh, now you're going to. Now he's going.
All right, so we tried to move the cowling. Of course, the cowling didn't work. That was a fucked up situation. All it did is misalign everything. So the next step is to loosen these self-tapping screws right here on each side of the inner apron. And then once we loosen those screws, what we'll do is we will move the whole section of the car over. Now we're not going to move the whole section because we know that it won't move down here with our bracing that we made. But we got to get this top moved over approximately 1/8 of an inch or so. You can see it right here. That's the only way that I think we're going to get this. Moving the cowling really fucked up our body line and situation that we had where it was lined up perfect. So what we're going to do now is basically what I just said. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, but let me ask you a question.
What?
If this welds together, why is there such a big fucking gap here?
Because it's not mounted, baby. Look, it's all loose. It's just hanging there. But we're not fucking with that right now.
But that's not gonna.
And it will when I get it. Let's do one thing at a time here, okay?
Okay.
Now, if you can push that my way, the whole front, not the hood, the front end of it. Yeah, look how it moves, the whole thing moves. Hold on. Just hang on a minute, okay? We might have to figure something out here. Son of a bitch. If I have fucking tie down where I can hook onto it. Push it. Let's see. Not the hood.
No, I'm not pushing down here.
Oh, he's gonna push the car over. I think that's our problem. We need to get that fucking thing over so it'll line up. So go out to the trailer and get my come along. Maybe we can hook onto the tank leak around the corner here so I can pull it. We're not gonna pull the car off the jack, baby. There's not that much fucking weight pushing this thing. I just don't want you pushing it off the jack. So you see that lining up parts and lining up situations such as this can be a real fucking nightmare when you are replacing all these parts like this. The cowl panel is your main fucking situation. It's the main support of the whole car, and that has got to be pretty fucking precise as far as being a main support. So we have that in place where it's supposed to go. Now we got to get that front end moved over, and hopefully we don't have to take the whole fucking thing apart. You know what?
What? I walked out
Thinking.
there for nothing.
You know, I don't know. Let me see if there's any screws under here. I don't think I put any underneath the bottom. I'm thinking if we loosen up these bolts inside here, okay, I think we'll be able to just push it over.
Instead of pulling.
Because the problem we have is all this fucking shit's aftermarket, so we don't know if it's a 1/16 of an inch off or if it's right on the fucking money or what. See what I'm saying? So I'm thinking if I loosen those two bolts up on that bottom brace, we might be able to push this over and then we can tighten everything
Yeah,
down.
there's still one screw here.
Where? There's a screw in there?
Yeah.
Where at?
There.
Well, you didn't fucking tell me
Well,
that.
I just now saw it.
Oh, son of a bitch, give me my freaking thing, baby. You're supposed to be on top of that.
I am. I just told
Well,
you.
good. I didn't know there was still a screw in there. That ain't gonna work. That's probably why it ain't moving.
Thank God you got me here.
Yeah. My best employee I've ever had. Alright, push on it. Let's see what it does now. Push it easier.
Yeah, but I'm
Push it too
pushing
far.
it, but it won't stay there.
Okay, I know that. That's why I'm going to loosen the bolts on the inside of my homemade brace, and we might be able to pull the whole thing over.
Well, that just
Oh.
loosens it really good. I saw the whole thing shift a little bit.
Looks like it moved down.
The whole thing.
Okay, hold on. Hang on a minute. Go over. Let me loosen that other one, and then we'll move the whole thing over. It looks like it's going to go over about 16th or 18th inch. Now, just to throw this at you, you understand why that ain't welded on yet. Now you understand. Come over here and hold this wrench right here. Hold that right there. Just gonna loosen it so we can move it over. Tell me when. Got it?
Yeah.
Alright, now the whole thing's floating. Yes, it is. Okay. Now, before we tighten anything, see, I even got the bolts up there, dude. Latch the hood. It latches really nice in the front.
So far, so good. There you go. That's it.
So what we found out is aftermarket parts don't line up just like regular parts. We already knew that. And I think we got our problem solved. Oh, fuck. I think we got that problem solved. Come here. Over here, baby. Kind of hoover over me. You need to kind of push that while I screw it in. Push it where it lines up. Go. Okay, hold it right there. You got it lined up.
You better hurry because I can't push very long.
Hold on to it. Alright, how's that? Son of a bitch. Hang on, push it. I'm gonna have to push it in. Well, you're gonna have to go over there and hold it. You're gonna have to go over there and help me out here. Go over there and pull on it. Hold it. How's that?
Good.
Right there?
Yeah.
Hold it. Oh, you fucking bitch. Okay, ready? Right there.
Yeah.
Hold on to it. Shit. Good. Hold it. Right there. Hold it. Bastard. Fucker. Hang on. Push. Hold it right there. Fuck. Oh, you motherfucker.
Get a new one.
Ready? Hold it right there. Let go. Look. That looks pretty good.
Oh, that is it.
Is it?
Now just do a second one.
Huh?
Do another one.
Well, you gotta push here, baby. You can't push the hood.
All right. Do a second.
Hang on. Hold it. Hang on. Okay. take it off and do it again?
I think it looks perfect. What do you think?
Looks pretty fucking nice. Alright, let's tighten the screws up on the inside. Where's my air ratchet? I mean my impact. Fucker! Give me my fucking body hammer! Right there! Hey! Fucking bitch! Touch it! Go get me a fucking quarter-inch bolt! Fucker! Fucking bitch! In there?
Yeah!
Put a washer on it! How's it look? Watch out. Even the fucking gap looks nice. Fuck! Motherfucker!
Did you break that one too?
Yeah!
What the fuck, man?
Get the bolt, get a bolt.
I got a bolt for the nut.
Pain in the motherfucking ass, man! Shit! Give me my hammer. Put the washer on there with a bolt. And then screw it on with that impact. Don't break it, like I did. Tight?
Should be.
Pop it a couple times. Alright. So what we found out is we had to move the whole front end over 1/8 of a fucking inch. Find some of those screws down in there so I can screw this side back together. Look at that fucking gap.
Perfect gap.
Now,
And as Pete says, slides right over.
we're gonna play bumper pull now. We're gonna play bumper pull now. Alright, this is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. Lining body parts up the only fucking way we know how. Taking our time, stopping when we need to stop, thinking about the situation, and going back to it when the time occurs. Always fucking remember, if you run into a problem and a brick wall has just hit you in the face, walk away from the fucker and come back to it when you feel comfortable. I think we got it lined up, and that is something that's very, very important in restoring one of these cars, is because now that we got the hood lined up, that means that we're gonna have even gaps on both sides for the fenders to line up. But we'll find that out when we get to that point.
Supposed to have even gaps.
Yeah. All right, I gotta get this cowl panel on. We'll be back later. Take it easy. My friend Pete, your friend Pete.
Doing it right at SWRC.
Well, who are you?
Oh, I'm Minnie,
Yeah.
the body shop girl.
Turn it off.